The fully redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here, and it fixes almost every gripe leveled at its predecessor, enough to win over even the harshest skeptics. Here are 6 ways the new CX-5 is converting Mazda critics into believers. Number 6. Bold, new styling. The current CX-5 has often been criticized for playing it too safe in the design department. While Mazda's Kodo design language made a strong impression early on, the lack of major updates over the years left the CX-5 looking dated compared to newer rivals. That changes with the 2026 model. The new CX-5 gets a complete visual overhaul. Up front, it features a redesigned face with slimmer LED headlights set in dark housings, clearly inspired by Mazda's larger CX-70 and CX-90. This creates a more cohesive, upscale family look. The grille is wider and more sculpted, while glossy black trim around the grille, wheel arches and side skirts adds a premium, rugged edge. In the rear, Mazda replaces the traditional circular emblem with bold, full-width Mazda lettering across the tailgate. Slimmer, darker tail lights echo the brand's larger SUVs, and dual exhaust outlets hint at the CX-5's sporty personality, even as it grows more practical. Overall, the 2026 CX-5 looks far more refined and upscale than its price suggests, while keeping the recognizable silhouette fans love. The updates strike the right balance, modern and competitive, without losing the character that makes Mazda stand out. Number 5. It's bigger and more spacious. One of the most consistent complaints about the CX-5 has always been space, or the lack of it. Owners often cited cramped rear seats, limited cargo room, and an overall tight feel on longer trips. But for 2026, Mazda finally listened. The new CX-5 grows by 4.5 inches in overall length, with a 3-inch stretch in wheelbase. That may not seem like a lot on paper, but inside, it translates to significantly more usable space. Mazda says the rear seats will now offer class-leading knee and legroom, giving passengers the comfort they've been asking for. And it's not just the seating area that benefits. The cargo space is being overhauled too, 2 inches longer, 1 inch taller, and with a lower lift-over height by ½ an inch, making it far easier to load heavy or awkward items. The opening is also wider, eliminating the struggle to fit bulky purchases that barely fit in the old model. These upgrades directly tackle the main issue that drove families away from the previous CX-5. Where the old model forced a trade-off between style and practicality, the 2026 version delivers both. Mazda also widened the rear door openings, making it easier to get kids in and out of car seats. A small but meaningful improvement that shows Mazda is finally prioritizing real-world usability over just showroom appeal. Number 4. A drastically improved infotainment system. One of the most common complaints from CX-5 owners has been the outdated infotainment system. The small screen, clunky rotary dial, and limited touchscreen functionality made even simple tasks frustrating. While the rotary controller may have worked in the past, it now feels outdated, especially with rivals offering large, responsive touchscreens. That changes with the 2026 CX-5. Mazda is finally moving forward, equipping the new model with a massive 15.6-inch touchscreen, the largest it's ever offered. More importantly, it runs on Google built-in software, giving drivers direct access to Google Maps, Google Assistant, and the Play Store, all without extra fees. The screen is also positioned closer to the driver and works as a full touchscreen at all times, eliminating the need for the rotary dial. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and even base trims get a generous 12.9-inch screen. This marks a major shift for Mazda, embracing the smartphone-like interfaces that modern drivers expect. The result is an infotainment system that's intuitive, responsive, and finally up to date. Number 3. Redesigned interior. The current CX-5 has been known for its high-quality materials and solid craftsmanship, but its interior design has started to feel outdated compared to newer rivals. The layout hasn't changed much over the years and lacks the modern flair today's drivers expect. That changes with the 2026 CX-5, which brings a full interior overhaul. Mazda keeps its premium materials but adds a refreshed contemporary design. The steering wheel now features a flatter airbag cover and cleaner controls, while Mazda logos are replaced with sleek lettering for a more modern, cohesive look. A dual-tone color scheme enhances the upscale feel, and the materials remain top tier. The biggest upgrade is a fully digital instrument cluster, expected to be standard across all trims, a major leap from the old analog setup. The result is an interior that feels not just well-built, but genuinely premium and stylish. Mazda is no longer just competing on quality, it's now matching rivals in design. It's the kind of cabin that makes every drive feel just a bit more special. Number 2. High-performance suspension. Here's something that might catch CX-5 critics off guard. Mazda is sticking with the multi-link rear suspension that has long distinguished the CX-5 from competitors focused on cutting costs. At first glance, this might not seem like a major change, but in today's market, it's a big deal. It signals that Mazda hasn't compromised on the driving dynamics that helped build the CX-5's reputation. While many rivals have downgraded to simpler and cheaper torsion beam setups, trading away ride quality and handling precision, Mazda is holding the line. In fact, some of Mazda's own models, like the CX-30 and Mazda 3, moved to torsion beams, disappointing enthusiasts who expected more, but the 2026 CX-5 proudly keeps its sophisticated multi-link suspension, ensuring it continues to offer both comfort and agility behind the wheel. This commitment is especially noteworthy given the CX-5's increased size. Adding length and weight usually dulls handling, but Mazda has retuned the suspension to work with the stretched wheelbase while preserving the sporty, balanced ride that owners love. The result, a roomier, more practical SUV that still feels sharp and responsive, unlike more vanilla offerings like the Nissan Rogue or base Honda CR-V. Mazda's decision reinforces its identity as the driver's brand in a segment where most others prioritize softness and simplicity. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement. Number 1. A hybrid is finally on the way. One of the biggest drawbacks of the current CX-5 has been the absence of a hybrid option. While competitors like the Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V have long offered fuel-efficient alternatives, Mazda's gas-only lineup left eco-conscious buyers looking elsewhere. That finally changes with the 2026 model. Though the next-gen CX-5 will launch with the familiar 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, Mazda is developing its own hybrid system set to arrive shortly after. Unlike the CX-50, which uses Toyota's hybrid tech, this new setup will be Mazda's own, engineered specifically for their vehicles. This move signals Mazda's long-term commitment to electrification while maintaining engineering independence. The new CX-5 will continue production in Japan at Mazda's own facility, allowing full control over integrating their in-house hybrid system. While official specs haven't been released, the hybrid is expected to offer significantly better fuel economy and potentially more power than the gas version. Although it won't be available at launch, a missed opportunity, it's clear Mazda is prioritizing quality over speed. When it does arrive, the hybrid will complete the CX-5's evolution, turning it into a true mainstream contender. The 2026 CX-5 checks all the boxes: more space, modern tech, bold styling, and finally, electrified performance. For once, Mazda critics may have nothing left to complain about. This isn't just a refresh, it's a repositioning that puts the CX-5 back in the fight with class leaders. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.